This is going to be one of our, I should say, first vlogs on our new property. I'm going to call it the Alandrea Homestead. Alandrea is a name Elaine and I came up with for our new business, for our homestead. It's kind of a mishmash of his name and my name together. And so now that we're here, we've been here at our new property, our new house, for about 10 days now. And we've started working on the house and getting the lands developed. We're going to use a permaculture system as we grow and develop our new ecosystem. So I'm going to show you what we've started and see here. This is our road. There's Toby up there. We've cut down, as I stated in other videos, about 8 acres of lolly pine trees and a couple other hardwoods. This is our backyard. This is only about 2 acres back here, and then up front, in front of our house, is about another acre. Big shed. There's Elaine. He's putting together the auger. Today's project, we're going to be planting about 20 Leyland Cypress trees along that back edge of the property, the front of the property, I should say, to give us a little bit more privacy back there and start developing this area. This area you see here, we only did partial grass in the front of the house because that's more for the front entrance. And then the back area here where you see all the red clay is going to be mostly gardens, perennial gardens, flowers, cut flowers, and such. And then again, the backyard, along this road here, we're going to have magnolia trees lining the road, some fruit trees. So this is zone 1. So as part of permaculture methodology, there's zones, and you keep a lot of the things that you work on, that you need, your home needs, your basic home needs, you keep in zone 1. So in this area, we're going to keep the fruit trees that we're going to be using for our everyday type stuff. We're going to be using down by the chicken coop, which you'll see in a minute, will be raised vegetable beds, potentially a greenhouse. We'll also have, I haven't decided where the greenhouse is going actually yet. And then by where you see the chicken coop down there, we're going to have 2 chicken coops, a duck pen, and probably another barn. We're going to get some goats to eat all this lovely grass here in this area. And then in a few weeks, this will all actually be fenced in so that we can let the goats and such free range, the dogs can free range, and we won't have to worry about them. It'll probably go right around to this corner of the house here and then to the other corner. So it's about 950 feet worth of cattle fencing. So today's project is again to plant 20 Leyland Cypress trees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my measuring wheel. I'm going to see, each tree needs about 20 feet between each other so that they can grow to their full potential, which is about 20 feet in width and about 60 feet in height, which they'll be nice. And we got the Leyland Cypress because they're fast growing. They grow about 3 to 4 feet per year, and they are good for, this is zone 7A. It's 7A, but it could be 6B as well. It depends on who you ask, but we'll go with 7A because that's what the federal guidelines say. And anyways, they grow well in this area. I think they grow well from like zone 5 to zone 8 or something like that. Anyway, so they're fast growing. They're beautiful trees. I got these trees from the tree center, so I got them online from the tree center. Link below. Anything over $200 was no, is this one? I think this one I paid. I think I got this free ship. This one was free shipping. I used a couple of online sites for getting my plants. So I used Tree Center for this one. I think I used Fast Growing Trees for another, and I think I used Stock Brothers for another. Anyways, anytime I reference any of my trees that I bought online, I will provide you a link down below. Please, you know, a lot of them are small shops. Some of them are bigger shops, but these come with warranties. So, you know, if they don't survive the first year or something like that, they will replace them. So a lot of these places do offer good warranties. I've used these in the past. In my house in Massachusetts, I used the Tree Center and a couple others, and honestly, they were really good to work with, good customer service and all that, and the trees, you know, flourished. So anyway, I'm going to start off. I'm going to go start measuring, and Elaine is putting together the auger so he can, once I flag out where each tree is going to go, he's going to dig me a 3-foot wide hole. I'll start planting. So for now, see ya. Okay, so this is where we're gonna plant the Leyland Cypress trees. We measured, it was about 230 feet from the edge of the shed. We put 12 feet in between each flag. It's about as straight as it's gonna get. Elaine's going to use the auger and start digging 3-foot holes. Toby's gonna be a big help. You ready?
Whenever you are.
Go for it. I'll tell you how deep I need it in a minute. Toby, stay here. Okay, so all of the holes are dug out with that awesome auger. I definitely think we would not have been able to dig these 20 holes in about an hour. Without that, it would have been almost impossible. There was so much, the clay is hard, and there's so much rock and stone in this section of the property from an old road that was here. So now I'm going to start planting, and for each tree, we dug it down around about 3 feet, 2.5, 3 feet, which is a little bit more than the root ball of the plant that I got, and should be more than plenty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some drainage at the bottom. I'm going to put some stone. I'll show you in a second. And then I'm going to fill it in with some old leaf, so leaf mulch, and give it plenty of drainage. And then I'm going to fill it in around it on its side with just some topsoil, which you can see right here. So we got about 7 yards of topsoil, and we're going to be using this to fill in the trees, some other plantings, and then as I build up the gardens in this area, I'm going to put this on top of the clay just to give the plants itself a better chance. And again, these are the Leyland Cypress trees that I plan on planting. They're beautiful trees. I think these were like 3-footers, but you can see from the tree center. They're really beautiful trees. So you can see a tree. I haven't filled it in yet, but this is what I'm going to fill it in with. I've got a few started. What you see is how deep that went. It's more than enough. And then I'm going to fill it in with some stone. Like that. We got plenty of this rock. Again, it'll give it some drainage in the bottom there, at least while it's establishing and the roots develop. That way, because the clay retains so much moisture, we don't want it to get waterlogged if we get a lot of rain, especially again as they're this young. And yeah, then I've got some nice leaf mulch here and straw. Throw that in. Good nutrients for the trees. See. It goes in really nice. It's about level with the ground, the earth there. And then I'll fill that in with the dirt. So I'll do a few more of these and I'll be back. There's so much rock here. And I get some leaf mulch. Once this is all lined up and looking good and all filled in, I'll give them a good watering. Then I'm gonna put some straw on the top. Make sure I retain that water a little bit better. There we go. Right. Put this down here. I think that's pretty good. And they're gonna grow. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Alright, I need to go get some more plants. Right back. I have this amazing, it's a gorilla cart. This thing is a rock star, I tell you. I can put a link to that from Amazon down below. And it wasn't too expensive. It wasn't too expensive either, but it's working out great here because to carry a lot of stuff across all of this land, it's actually, well, at least as long as it's flat. So this is the gorilla cart I was talking about. It's pretty sweet. See, it's carrying all my plants from the I had up in the shed area. But anyways, all right, I filled my holes with some rock. I don't really think these need much rock because this clay is, but this area has got so much rock from the road. It's not really necessary almost. Lining up pretty good. See, we did a good job lining these up, I think, these holes. There's definitely no lack of natural resources here, and the whole idea of doing the permaculture method is to use what you have, use the land. So that's what I'm trying to do. Toby. All right, so anyone who's watching, by the way, I am no professional. I just kind of do what has worked. I try to watch what I can on YouTube, follow instructions online. I'm by no means a horticulturist or certified anything, but I've been doing what's worked for me in the past. Again, what I've been educated on at a very, very immature level. I'm hoping as I go here, I'll learn more. One show I really learned a lot from was BBC, The Gardener's World. If anyone ever watches that, like, it's a really great show. Monty Don and his crew are all really, really good. They definitely provide some education. Oh, yeah, Toby says hi. And you know, it's great to watch them every week. I've been watching them for about the last 5 years, and I think the show is like, I don't know, 25, 30 years old. So it's been around for quite a while, and I like it. We watch on the weekends when we're chilling, especially in the wintertime. We play catch up. I'm going to give you some handy tips on planting, and I have to say, I think Great Britain is very much in the same zone type, probably 7A, 6B, probably not 6B, probably closer to 7A, 7B. You know, they've got wet springs. They've had some extremes in the winter. They've had some extremes in the summer. So it's been really interesting to watch as they've, with climate change and all that, on getting some tips, because they're learning as they go, as the climate is changing as well. So it's been very interesting to follow along with them as they're learning, because I don't think anyone is an expert on Mother Nature. But it's fun to watch them for sure. I gotta get some of my mulch here. Monty's got his dogs, so I like watching his dogs and he tries new things, and he's got all his beautiful gardens, I have to say. And they have the show. They broadcast from the shows and Great Britain. Someday I'll actually get to some of the horticulture shows in England, because I think they would be a lot of fun to go and check out. Although there's a lot of people there, so maybe we'll go to one or two someday. Way to go! And we're not traveling for a while. Our travel plans are on hold. This is our primary focus for the near future. But I mean, we're not going to stop traveling for sure, because we like traveling, we like exploring different places. And you know what? I've actually gotten some really great ideas from traveling. So I've taken some notes in my travels on different kinds of plants and landscape designs and all that. Everyone's got their own tastes. I mean, I've seen some gardens that are just flower gardens. We've seen there's some that are just like ferns. We've seen people that have done, I don't know how they do it. They just potted gardens, small yards or whatever. And some people, with these big gardens here, these big areas to fulfill. So I've kind of taken a little bit of each kind and gotten my ideas. But I have my own taste and everything. And if you watch some of our other videos, some of the videos Elaine has produced on his ElaineGrandmage.com YouTube, Elaine Grandmage, I think it's a YouTube channel. He's got a lot of information and stuff that I did with my own my gardens at my old house, Massachusetts. So you should check that out. And there's some drone footage from last summer with all the gardens and some stuff that I did. It was you know, that was definitely a labor of love for sure. There's some beautiful things that I was able to plant in there. And oh, by the way, I took a lot of that with us. I actually took some last summer. I took a lot of cuttings. I propagated, and I took a lot of I split a lot of perennial plants. I'm hoping to plant a lot of those here. Again, to take a little bit of home with me, maybe save a few dollars on plants here. I find that really rewarding, the ability to be able to split plants. It's actually kind of fun to be able to make that happen, to be honest. And again, you get some nice free stuff. Well, it's not free to begin with, but eventually it is. There's my sidekick. You come to watch?
No, I figure I'd just take them out here, just slide them out.
Okay, there's actually two more up there. You want to say hi to our video friends, our subscribers?
What?
I got them on video. I've been talking to them and telling them about my plants and where I got some of my ideas from, and
very cool.
And all that, and telling them I am by no means an expert or a horticulturist or anything. I was talking about the Gardener's World and how we watch that and got some ideas. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, if you want to...
I'm just going to drop the thing.
Bramble stuffs for the birds. No lack of rocks for drainage here. Definitely be curious to see how these plants do in the clay, since Massachusetts definitely did not have clay soil, so this will be a little different. I believe it's a little bit more acidic, so I got to keep an eye on that a little bit more. Yeah, so just again, trial and error, see how it goes. Keep a watch on this. According to the guidelines from the tree center, these grow on pretty much any soil, so I wasn't overly worried about growing in this, but you never know. Did you give the rooster to Lady?
Did.
Yeah?
Did. Yeah, Rocky didn't seem to mind.
He didn't seem to mind?
No, and she knew how to handle them. Just grabbed them straight out of the case, grabbed them by both feet, stuck them into her crate.
There you go. Cool. It's a good way to reuse. Yeah, because this stuff's expensive. When you get a load of this stuff, man, it's like $500 a ton or something. Definitely need some water, but I came water the other day. I seem to have drank that all up. It's been pretty warm here. Definitely a difference from Massachusetts down here. This place gets pretty warm pretty fast, although I say the mornings are really cool. And because, like, there's no trees or anything right now, not a lot of shade, so that sun beats down. Pine needles. We'll probably make the soil even more acidic, but that's all right. Figure it out later. See how these guys do.
Did you explain why you're doing cypress?
I did that in the beginning. because they're fast growing. They grow to 3 to 4 feet. And they grow wide. They do good in this kind of soil. They grow 60 feet tall.
60 feet.
It could be. I mean, in considering we got 50-foot, pine trees behind it, so it's really to give a little bit more protection because we have hunting land behind us.
Really demarc the land.
Yeah, because we still have probably a good 100 yards of property back there, but again, it just kind of separates things, and I don't need your help. I'm almost done. You can go finish unboxing more stuff in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Are you gonna go in there with, look out! You are not helping me. You know that? You wanna go in the hole with the tree here? I think these straight is not easy. A couple more to go, huh? Right, Toby? Right. I don't think it's actually too bad. They're all gonna kind of do their own thing anyways. Let's see. Let's go all the way to the end. I think it's gonna be, they're all gonna grow at different, nothing's gonna be perfect, and nature's not perfect. I think that's pretty gosh darn close. I think there's one in the middle that needs to move in a little bit, but other than that, why not? Sure. Looks good. All right. Just remember, nature's not perfect. I think it's just that one right there. Okay, so I'm gonna grow it to be beautiful. Here's this one right here. It probably just needs to go turn around. Not bad. Looks pretty good from there. All right. Now I'm going to attempt to lay some dirt. Okay, so I've planted all of my Leyland Cypress trees. Now I just got to water them in. As you can see, I mulched over. So I put down some topsoil, and then I mulched over using whatever I had on hand here, which was either some leaves, some straw that had blown from where we had planted the grass. It's a combination of straw, pine needles, and leaves all the way down. So that should give it a little added protection from, once I water it in here, prevent it from drying out too fast, because it's definitely getting some direct sun. And yeah, hopefully over the course of the summer, these babies grow another, I think 3 feet. That would be nice. I will show you at the end of the season what they look like. So thanks for watching. Bye. Really nice pretty bushes in the front. What's the matter? Huh? Come on, let's go back in the house. Let's go keep unpacking, right?